Alright guys, we are here at Calder Park in Australia. Surprisingly, CJ Racing decided to take their American drivers and put them for their testing session at Calder Park. So we got Eugene and Max, the only one who's really pulled in. He's the only one who's passed inspection. Collins was just pushed in as everyone's getting ready to start their practice session. Calder Park, as you saw near the end of last season, can work the outside line pretty well, so we'll have to see after we just recently saw Lorenzo Log become the team leader of Clever Haas Racing. Even though Dodd's the owner, we cannot confirm that he's going to be team leader, as it depends on who's the fastest here today. Since these guys are in Chevys, it didn't really matter where they did their testing because they're good on both ends of the stick. As Kyle Collins will be your first driver out on track for this session. As surprisingly, we are not seeing anyone else pulling out on track as we're almost 2 minutes in and only one who's pulled out is Kyle Collins. Kyle Collins is going to start his practice session here today. Collins, oh no, Collins getting in here. Oh, it was Monaco. One here. None of these guys, I don't believe anyone here got close. Here comes the rookie of Eugene to Max. Oh, Dodd's out on track as well. So now we're gonna get to see 15 minutes on the clock as everyone, well, now it's about 13 minutes on the clock for everyone to get their laps in. Dodd has begun. Collins gonna set the mark. 29.2. As Pericles still on pit road, we're getting minorly worried that there may be a problem as we're 2 minutes in and he's still not pulled out of pit road. Dodd pulls a faster one. Pericles is out of pits. Here comes Kyle Collins. Can he pull a faster lap? 28.9. There we go. Collins trying to become the team leader. DeMax is close. These four are a lot closer than Clever Haas was on their first laps. Here comes Dodd to finish out another lap. Can he beat Collins? No. Collins right now rendered as team leader. Here's Pericles starting a lap. Collins improves again. To Max improves. Here comes Dodd. Is Dodd not going to be the team leader? It was predicted that Collins would be team leader after his performance last season. Or Dodd. But Dodd now stepping it up. Dodd's at a 28.9 as well. Pericles pulls a 29.2. Now we're here, where everyone's going to start kicking it up a notch. Collins improves again, but DeMax improves as well. He stays close. Here comes Dodd. Going on board with Dodd for a lap. 28.873 that last time around. We'll see if he can improve it this time. Ooh, he's going real wide. We'll see if that works out in his favor. Keep an eye on that leaderboard. No one's improving just yet. Dodd out of last quarter. Can he get it done? Dodd stays exactly the same. Pericles runs a 29.0 with Collins running a 28.6. Collins may be your team leader for CJ Racing. There are 10 minutes left in this session, as no one's gotten really close. But now, Pericles and Collins are starting to get a draft. Maybe that's helping him. DeMax is still there. Right now, Dodd is not in the picture, surprisingly, but everyone's in 28s, which is good. Around the last corner into the triangle. No. Here comes Pericles. Pericles not as fast. Collins not fast enough to beat his time. Neither is DeMax, so we're back up to Dodd. There seems to be a draft forming between the CJ cars, which is an interesting one. As before the season starts, we'll probably have one giant practice session recorded at Tottering just to start out the season. But oh, Pericles improves 28.68. No one's really backing off the times necessarily. It's just no one's really kicking it up a notch. We're less than 9 minutes to go. Chris Dodd comes around. Mid-Ohio overall winner. Is right now in third for his team. That may change. Nick Pericles. No. And Collins, no. DeMax, no. Alright. We remain the same. Eugene DeMax, the only rookie on the team, could potentially be your team leader, which would be surprising. Seeing how these three are veterans with this car and with this team. Here comes Pericles and Collins once again. These two have started something a little bit. There's DeMax. Collins cannot pull something better than a 28.843, and neither can Pericles. Those two are lacking behind the other two. As Dodd 9.74, Pericles. If he wants to be team leader, he needs to pick it up. He's one of two-time winners in the series. He's not picking it up though. Max not picking it up. All right. 7.5 minutes to go. Chris Dodd coming around the corner once again. As he comes to finish another lap. He's there, but he's not. Oh, Pericles and Collins may hook up here. Collins improves again. 28.683. Collins is really fast on track. Here it comes. Into 3 and 4, they have a draft now. This could be dangerous, but now Collins jumps below Pericles to take his position, or take his track position. He improves it again. Collins! 15 laps on those tires, and he's still running really fast ones. Collins may be proving himself today as an essential member of this team. Pericles back around Collins. Which pushes almost everyone into a 29, except for DeMax, who is in a 28.8. With this draft, how much more speed can they gain? Oh, once again, Collins jumping low. Trying to get the spot from his teammate to get himself in clean air. He doesn't want to draft, he wants clean air. 28.7. Yeah, DeMax has stayed around the 28.8 range, which isn't bad at all. That's actually really good to stay at an average of about a 28.8. If he can keep this up and maybe kick it up another notch, he could potentially catch Collins, but it's still a long shot. 17 laps on those tires. 28.8, 29.0. 28.999, not into the 29s yet. I don't think DeMax has hit it one lap yet in the 29s, other than his first. But everyone hit it on their first. Dodd Last lap at 28.931, 28.980. Dodd staying on the 28.9s. Collins still looking at home. Pericles starting to pick it up. As we have 4.5 minutes to go, and all of them need to pick it up. Here comes Dodd, bolting around 3 and 4. Can he beat a 28.843? No. Can Collins beat his 28.658? No, and no for Pericles. Max? No. 4 minutes to go, and these guys already have 20 laps on their tires. Collins is 20 laps on his tires. Dodd's about to get his 20th lap on his tires. And they're not really backing off the pace too much. The reason the testing isn't having as much tire wear as it does in the actual races because there's so much dirty air everywhere, and it's wearing the tires more in the race because of that, and people are also pushing harder to try to get to the front of the field. Right now, they're just trying to put in some good laps, test tire wear. They're just testing these cars, making sure they're good, but they're also trying to fight each other for the leader of this team. DeMax finally hits the 29s. As everyone's finally starting to drop off the pace, DeMax starting to pick it up again. Alright, he heard me. Everyone's still running about a 28.9, 29.0, which is good. What about Dodd? Dodd's been pretty slow today, surprisingly. We thought that 3 car would be a lot faster than it was. And we thought this draft would work out a lot better than it did, too. As DeMax is still running the same laps as these two, even though these two are trying to find a draft. 2.5 minutes to go. And right now, Kyle Collins is your team leader. Here we come again. Collins. No. No, but he's faster than both of them. Seems that Collins was the fastest man on track last time. Sorry about that. Collins was your fastest man through this whole thing. But DeMax was your fastest man last time around. What about Dodd this time? 29.086. Collins and Pericles running about the same lap times. 29.0, 28.9. And it's Pericles who's the fastest man on the track now. Pericles right now is shown to be the worst member of the team, but he's running the fastest laps as of now, so it seems that Pericles has a long run car maybe. 29's now being run out of everyone. Now they're just testing this tire wear. 29.0, 29.0. 29.0, but it's DeMax still fastest man, as these cars have some nice long run speed. These cars are going 26 laps with only dropping off about 4/10s, which is incredible. 29.1. The only one who's dropped off a lot is Dodd. Collins even picks it back up to a 28.9. 27 laps on his tires, and he's only 3/10 off of his best lap. Same with DeMax. 3/10 has dropped from DeMax. 3/10 has dropped from Dodd. Everyone's dropping 3/10 except for Pericles, who's only dropped 2. So these cars have, well, no, he's only run 24 laps. He started it out a lot later than everyone, so that's understandable, but it's really surprising to see how well these drivers are able to run with so much on their tires as we're coming to the finish of this session. Dodd is gonna make one more lap. He's gonna be able to make one more. So he's gonna start his last lap with 1 second to go. As for Collins, around the last corner. No. No for Pericles. No for Demax. Dodd is the last hope here. As he comes around the last corner, can Chris Dodd pull it? 28 laps on the tires. No. Session complete. Carl Collins will be CJ Racing's team leader with a 28.658 at Calder Park. Congratulations, Carl Collins. He's now the team leader for CJ Racing. He'll get a nice little highlight to his name. Now, this time, we'll see you next time. Ciao.